Let's see what the figures are looking like now. The gainers chart today, we have Stanbic IBTC, we have MRS, we have Corn Oil, we have Eternal Oil, we have Lasaco that's playing in the insurance space. For the losers for today, we have FTN Cocoa, we have UPDC, we have Charms, we have M Benefit, and we have Sterling NG. Well, that's what we have for today. And moving outside our shores, Asian stocks jumped today on increasing expectations that the Federal Reserve might still stand on rates, and after the U.S. Senate passed a legislation lifting the government's $31.4 trillion debt ceiling, avoiding default. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside Japan surged 2% and was on course for its biggest one-day percentage gains since early January. The mood looks set to continue in Europe, with Eurostock 50 futures up 0.45%, German DAX futures up 0.49%, FTSE futures 0.18%, E-money futures, S&P 500 rose 0.20%. China shares which have been dragged lower in the past few weeks by worries over a sputtering post-pandemic economic recovery, also surged. The Shanghai Composite Index was up 0.76%, while Hong Kong Hang Seng Index spiked 3.4% higher, set for its best day in 3 months. Australia S&P/ASX 300 rose 0.43%. Japan's Nikkei was 1% higher. The U.S. Senate has passed two-way non-partisan legislation backed by President Joe Biden that lifts the government's $31.4 trillion debt ceiling, averting what would have been a first-ever default. The Senate voted 63-36 to approve the bill that has been passed by the House of Representatives as lawmakers raced against the clock following months of partisan bickering between Democrats and Republicans. The Treasury Department says it will not be able to pay all the bills on June 5 if the Congress failed to act by then. After weeks of hard-fought budget negotiations, debt ceiling that risked the U.S. and global economy has been suspended till 2025. Crude oil prices rose today amid bullish sentiments following the passage of the U.S. debt ceiling bill in Washington, while markets weigh the likelihood of price-supportive OPEC Plus production cuts over the weekend. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell at $75.75 with an uptick of 0.93%, $70.75, I beg your pardon, following 2 consecutive days of losses. Brent crude also experienced an upsurge of 0.97% to sell at $75 per barrel. Bonnie Light recorded an uptick of 2.29% to sell at $74.02 per barrel. OPEC basket crude dealers are offering $73.94 with a price margin of 2.82%.